A while ago, I developed a tiny application to track my work times digitally instead of using pen and paper. Initially, I had very complex ideas and was on my way to over-engineer my problem until I realized that all I needed was doable with simple and standardized web technologies. The main goal was to keep everything locally on my PC with no network traffic whatsoever. So I started programming right away, and shortly after I ended up with more or less what you can see in this video. So far, this application has served me well over the past few months and does exactly what I need. In fact, through the magic of the IndexedDB and other modern browser features, everything can be done with no server behind. For lots of people, especially developers, this is common knowledge. So why this video? Simply because I think not everybody realizes what kinds of problems you can nowadays solve in your browser with no infrastructure behind. To keep things simple, I decided to stick with what you can get out of the box with modern JavaScript. For example, in my app I use promises, a language feature initially introduced to reduce callback hell in asynchronous code, but more on this in a second. For a long time, whenever you developed web technology-based applications, you would send your data to a server to store it. However, by using the browser IndexedDB, you can store data locally in a NoSQL database, which will survive opening and closing your browser, restarting your device, and much more. In my case, I use this storage to save work time entries and configuration. Reading and writing data inside this space is very easy and does not require any framework or library. Combined with the aforementioned promises, you can easily chain these database operations to solve quite complex use cases. Since the IndexedDB can potentially be wiped by mistake when you reset your browser or clear your browsing data, having backups of your IndexedDB might be a good idea. In my case, I solved this through the File API, which lets you easily import and export data using the HTML file input element. Again, all of this comes out of the box, no libraries needed. One of the ideas behind my app was to notify me whenever I would come close to the legal work time limits of my country, in which case a notification should pop up. While I don't usually like website notifications, here it was a blessing. It allows me to keep my app open in the tab in the background and giving me a visual warning on my desktop whenever it is needed. Unfortunately, it is also one of the most browser-dependent features it seems, as it behaves quite differently in some cases. The first version of my app was purely text-based. Yes, even more so than it is now. And I was absolutely not willing to spend time on graphics, icons, or any form of styling for this miniature development. This is where Unicode emojis came in. I think they are genius, as they give some color and personality to your creation. Especially for something quick and dirty, it seems that you can easily find emojis that visually communicate the features in a really pleasant way. If you go and check out my project, which is linked in the description, you will find that the whole application consists of a single HTML file. Downloading this file and opening it with your favorite browser is all that is necessary. The beauty behind all of this is that it will run on a wide selection of devices, browsers, and operating systems, and that everyone can start making changes with a basic text editor. A convenient side effect of keeping everything local is that your users don't need to authenticate, and nobody can hack a server which does not exist. I think that's all I have to say, and I thank you for watching.